Hi Scorpio, welcome to your love reading for March 2017. We are working with two decks again, so let's go ahead and begin. This is going to be for confirmation. We will get to that in a minute, but first let's get 9 cards to you from this deck. And this is the love reading for the sign of Scorpio for March 2017. The first card that you have, Scorpio, is the Ace of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio, March 2017. The Two of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio, March 2017. The Ten of Swords. This card, I think it has nearly come up for every single sign. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio, March 2017. The Eight of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio, March 2017. The World. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio, March 2017. The Knight of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio, March 2017. Five of Pentacles. Love reading for Scorpio, March 2017. Queen of Wands. Love reading for Scorpio, March 2017. Ace of Cups. Okay, so the card at the bottom of the deck is going to represent the main energy around your love life for March, and you have the Six of Pentacles. So this means that in March, this is the time for you to be receiving love, receiving relationships. This is a card of getting what you deserve, and we'll see how this card ties in with the rest of the reading. Okay, so let's see what you have going on for March. We'll take it one card at a time. The first card that you have is the Ace of Wands. So this is a new beginning. This is a fresh start. To me, this always feels like a major arcana, even though it is not, because it represents an entirely new life for you. And for some of you, this can be that you're getting married. This can be that there's someone from the past where you're able to start over, and it's just like a completely clean slate with someone. So you have the ability to start over either with someone from the past or in a relationship that it seems like it's not going in a very positive way. The energy is here for you to have a clean slate and a new beginning. Okay, so you also have the Two of Wands. This is a card of waiting. It's a card of relationships, partnerships. But when it comes up in a reading, it does mean that there is a delay. And it does mean that there is some type of waiting that is going on or has been happening. And like I said, this card here, this card has come up for nearly every single sign. If you go and watch the other signs, you'll see this card. And this is a card of endings. This is a card of moving on. It's a message to move on. You've already been through the worst, and now you're free to move on with the rest of your life. So for some of you, you may have, just kind of looking at these three cards, for some of you, you may have been through, a really painful breakup where you're finding it hard to move on. And it could be that, this new beginning that I see here is something that is available to you. Remember, the main energy is the Six of Pentacles. It's your time to receive. It's your time to be happy, to have love. You can start over. There's a delay, but it could be that someone is refusing to finally move on from a painful breakup, or you're refusing to let somebody go. So I do get that, especially for those who are single. I also feel, with the Ten of Swords, that it could be that there has to be an end to disagreements. There has to be an end to arguments, and we see kind of like the silly faces here, kind of mocking the person. It even looks like, they have their hand up, like saying stop, like that is enough. So for some of you where this is about your current relationship, it could mean that your current conflicts that are bringing you down, it's time for this to come to an end. This is definitely just a card of endings. It has to stop. And it could be that, what's going on here is, preventing you from having this new beginning, this clean slate with your current partner. That's what's kind of keeping everything on hold. Now, the next card that you have, Scorpio, is the Eight of Pentacles. So this tells me that there's a lot of, work to do in your relationship. I am noticing that you have the World right next to it. The World does represent endings. And like I said, with the Ten of Swords here, Spirit is clearly saying that something in your love life has to come to an end in order for you to be happy. Over here, the Ten of Swords, which represents ending, is with the energy of a new beginning and a clean slate for you. And for some of you, this can be a completely new partner that comes into your life, and I see them right here. Or it can be your existing partner. Also right here, you have a possible new partner for you. But you have to kind of let go and accept that there has been some type of ending. And I feel like for some of you where you're not ready to let go, there's a lot of work to do to make this happen. But you definitely want to do that because there's someone here coming into your life. The Knight of Cups, this knight is bringing you love, a relationship, marriage. All the knights represent change and movement. This one is bringing change in your love life. There is some type of movement and change coming into your love life, but this requires work on your part. So there's something that you have to do to allow this knight into your life. And the answer is right here in the middle. It's that something has to come to an end. And for some of you, yes, it can be an ex. I get that message strongly that you have to kind of like be available to meet this knight that wants to come into your life. And for others, it could be that there's, disagreements that are holding you back. Just kind of silly, petty arguments, conflicts that are preventing you from having the type of relationship that you want. They're just kind of holding things up with the Two of Wands here. They're causing a delay in what you really want. And for some of you, that can be marriage. That can be moving in. It can also be deciding to have children together. I just feel like there's a lot of work. There's work to do for you to have this movement in your love life. And part of this involves, closing a chapter on something. And like I said, it can be a relationship that you're not even in anymore. Or it can be just kind of, disagreements and arguments with your current partner. Like that has to come to an end for you to receive this blessed change in your love life. I also see over here with the Five of Pentacles that somebody feels lonely. And of course, that would definitely be part of the work that I see here in the Eight of Pentacles. And probably what's causing some of this conflict over here with the Ten of Swords. The Five of Pentacles represents feeling isolated, feeling like you're no longer connected to your partner. They're not including you. You feel like an outsider. You don't feel loved. You feel like you've totally been left out in the cold. And for some of you, this may involve, you're a water sign, but there's a fire sign here. And this could be your romantic partner. This can be your spouse, your significant other. You do have a very reassuring card here. Notice how you have the Ace of Cups lined up with the Knight of Cups. This represents rekindling your relationship. This could, for those who are single, where, you're kind of feeling that sense that, maybe I feel like I need to be in another relationship. I'm ready. This is a card, like I said, of loneliness. There could be someone who is a fire sign, male or female, sun, moon, or rising, that is a perfect fit for you. This is, something changing in your love life, a new person coming in, or rekindling a past relationship. And it is lined up here with the Knight of Cups, which, like I said, that is movement in your love life. But all of it also leads to some type of ending and moving on, whether you're moving on from someone from your past, or for those who are already coupled, you're moving on from disagreements and conflicts. And you're just finally able to, you're just leaving the past in the past. I just feel like for some of you, the past, what you're not letting go of is creating some type of block and delay in seeing what you want. Remember, the main energy is telling you that it's time for you to receive. It's time for you to get what you deserve. But you have to be open to do that. And that is why you have the Eight of Pentacles saying there's work to do, even though the love that you want is definitely here. So I feel like for those who are single, this can be, a completely new person coming into your life who is a perfect fit for you. Okay, so let's see what other messages this deck has for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for March 2017? The Six of Cups. Scorpio for March 2017. The Chariot. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio, March 2017. Four of Wands. Okay, so this card's also come up a lot. Okay, so interesting. We were talking about the past, people from the past, and now the Six of Cups comes up. The Six of Cups is a reference to the past in some way. It's either someone from the past that is affecting your love life, and like I said, with these messages of endings here in the world and the Ten of Swords, it could be that someone from the past is preventing you from getting what you deserve. I see, you know, some type of change in your love life right here. Some type of change. I do see a delay, and now, you know, we have some type of message from the past. So this is either someone from the past that is still on your mind, in your heart. But for some of you, this can even be someone from the past coming back into your life, where you're able to rekindle that relationship if you're in that type of situation. Like I said, the Ace of Cups does represent sometimes not just a new love, but rekindling a relationship. That's not going to apply to everyone, but if you're watching, wondering if someone from the past is going to return, I feel like this can mean that they will. You also have the Chariot. So the Chariot, this is the, you know, a victory card, the ultimate victory card, but it also requires a lot of hard work, effort, and discipline on your behalf. You have to take the reins when it comes to your love life. And that reminded me of something else I was going to say about the Queen of Wands. I feel like for some of you where you feel like this is not your partner, this is telling you that you have to take control of what's happening in your love life, especially if you feel like something's happening where things have gotten completely out of control, or your partner is just not listening to you. It could be that you need to be in the energy of the Queen of Wands. And this, I've not said this to any other sign, but I do get this for you. The Queen of Wands is very fiery, very determined, and she gets things done. She doesn't wait around for someone else to do the work. So it could be that if you're going through this situation here, for those who are coupled, where you're feeling totally left out in the cold and your partner is not doing anything about your situation, it's time for you to speak up. I do feel like you can rekindle this relationship. You have the power to do that. But for some of you, you know, it has to be you. And I got that when I see the Chariot here, because this means that you really were persistent, you were determined, you tried. And, you know, again, here's another relationship card, the Four of Wands. This represents marriage. It represents a stable marriage, a stable home. This represents happiness. You know, and it is right here with all these, you know, love cards, the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Cups. So I feel like for those who are coupled, there's something that you can do to keep this relationship together. I also feel like for those who are coupled, the Six of Cups means that there's emotions from the past that have to be worked on, that have to be healed. And it is right next to the Ten of Swords, which, like I said, that is a card of moving on from the past. So it could be that there's been conflicts, misunderstandings with past issues that have not been healed. It's time to let that go. It's time to let the past go so that you can have, you know, this new beginning. And you do have two new beginnings here. You have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. So this means that for those who are coupled, you can have an entirely, you know, new relationship with your partner. You can leave the past in the past and start over, where it can be as wonderful as it was when you first met, if not better. The energy is definitely there for you. Okay, so let's see what comes up from this deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for March 2017? Okay, I turned over two. You have the Knight of Wands, the King of Cups. Love reading for Scorpio, March 2017. And the Six of Wands. At the bottom of this deck, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is telling you that this is your time. This is your turn to be happy, to have love. Remember, the main energy was telling you that as well. This is the time for you to receive what you deserve when it comes to love, for you to have that fulfilling, committed relationship. This is also a very lucky time for you. For those who are single and you don't have anyone, this is a very lucky time for you as far as meeting new people. But even for those who are coupled, this is a card that's telling you that this is the perfect time to change your relationship, to have the changes that you need in order to feel happy and safe in your relationship. So let's take a look at the cards that have come up for you. You have the Knight of Wands. Again, this is a very kind of take charge energy. I just feel like this reading is screaming at you that there's something that has to be done. The Knight, you already have another Knight here in the Knight of Cups. The Knights represent change and movement, like I said, and this Knight is very fiery, determined, and ready to get things done. This is a very kind of restless energy. I'm going to get the job done. And I was getting that from the Queen of Wands as well. I feel like this is not a partner. This is you taking charge of a relationship that seems to be going downhill, or there's something unpleasant in the relationship where you feel like this is not fair to you. I was also getting that from the Chariot, that this is definitely a card of you taking control. So I feel like a lot of you will be creating, changes in your relationship. You will be speaking up about what you need to see, what needs to change so that you feel happy. And then you have the King of Cups. So this is you. This is a water sign. This can be male or female. So this is just your energy telling you, if you look at the reading like this is very fiery energy around you. I mean, the Knight of Wands and then the Six of Wands, which represents victory. This is the victory card. So you have victory here 2 times. Like I said, the Chariot is the ultimate victory card. It's a major arcana, but you also have the victory card, the Six of Wands. So whether you're single or you're in a relationship, this is telling you that you can have the outcome that you want, whether that's meeting a new partner. And I definitely see that in this reading for those who are single. You have the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands, even the Ace of Wands. There can be someone who's a fire sign for those who are in a relationship already. This is just telling you that you can overcome your differences, any obstacles that you have had. There has been some type of delay, but I feel like this may be because you're not moving on from something that has to be let go. Past issues, emotions, there's work to do. But this is you coming out on top. This is you succeeding. So I see Scorpio being very determined to hold on to their relationship. For those who are already coupled, I see you doing whatever it is that you have to do. You're definitely doing the work. The Eight of Pentacles. So I definitely see why this card is here now. I definitely see you doing the work. And like I said, wherever it is that you have, for those who have a partner that, where they're not doing the work, they're ignoring the obvious. They're ignoring what you're feeling. That you're feeling left out. That you're feeling isolated. That you don't feel that connection anymore. I see you taking charge. For some of you, you're bringing this up to your partner. You're letting them know that you're not feeling that connection, or you're talking about your feelings. And some of you, maybe not everyone, but some of you might kind of be feeling like, if this person is not going to give me the happiness and the love that I want, then I'm going to look for that happiness elsewhere. The Ace of Cups can be a new relationship, an entirely new relationship. And it is right here next to a marriage card. So I feel like for those that are watching because you're contemplating moving in a different direction, if you make that decision, you will not be alone for long, because there is someone else here, where it's not just a relationship. This is marriage. This is very much a commitment. But the energy is also very positive, like I said, for those who are single. As long as you're letting go of the past, as long as you're not thinking about that ex who broke your heart, because with the Ten of Swords, there can, sometimes there is someone that broke your heart and you've lost trust, you've been betrayed, stabbed in the back, and you're still kind of lying there, in pain and thinking about everything that you were put through, and you're not moving on. I feel like if that applies to you, it's time to move away from the past, close that chapter in your life, because there are, new possibilities for you. And for some of you, this can even be, I'm getting for those who are single, this can be another water sign. I feel like for some this is you, but this can also be a new person, another water sign, a fire sign. But this reading is telling you that there's a lot of love around you, not just love in the form of a new person, but someone that has the potential to be your life partner, commitment, marriage, children, and stability. Okay, Scorpio, this has been your love reading for March 2017. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.